Yes, welcome back. Something is going on in San Francisco. I don't know if you have seen this. Very concerning. I came across a series of videos I'm going to play so you can see exactly what is going on. Can you imagine the number of homeless people in San Francisco has suddenly changed? We don't see them on the street again. What has happened simply because
Summit is expected to bring in $53 million, filling hotel rooms, bringing big business. And the city did tidy up for Dreamforce, but this cleanup is much more extensive. While San Francisco is in the spotlight for the Asia Pacific Economic Conference, city leaders are making sure the city shines.
Tourism is our business here in San Francisco, and we need to focus on making sure that the tourist dollars still come back.
Caltrans repaving major roadways like the Harrison Street off-ramp from the I-80. BART doubling down by deep cleaning their stations overnight more often.
The city had gotten a little bit dingy over time.
Scrubbing and power washing is happening all over the city.
Yeah, the bottom of my shoes look clean.
It's noticeable how clear the streets look and how few homeless encampments there are on major thoroughfares.
Having been a longtime resident in the Bay Area, you just naturally start to wonder of houseless folks being displaced.
Public Works is installing decorative crosswalks in North Beach and Chinatown, and the Webster Street pedestrian bridge in Japantown was recently repainted. The Yerba Buena Gardens at the Moscone Center are decked out with new colorful landscaping and murals, paid for by the Clean California grant, just in time for the 20,000 high-profile CEOs and heads of state coming into town next week. Some people say this should be how it's always done.
What about the people who are here year-round, and local, hardworking, working-class Bay Area folks?
Others welcome the cleanup.
Anything that brings in a positive look on the city of San Francisco is great.
We will continue to do everything we can to maintain cleanliness in our streets.
And city officials are saying that there are no additional funds that are being allocated for beautification. Departments are just using existing budgets. They also say that those budgets are being moved so that they can focus on the areas where APEC is taking place. The summit is expected to start on Wednesday, and of course, people will start coming into town over the weekend and early next week.
Along with APEC summits, 21 heads of state and top officials, some 1,200 CEOs of major banking, manufacturing, energy, and tech companies also will be in the city for the APEC CEO Summit.
They're going to be visiting here from around the world. They're going to be looking at San Francisco through the lens of investment, and this is still a great investment.
Alex Bastian is president and CEO of the Hotel Council of San Francisco. He says the city's hospitality industry is already seeing the effects of hosting the tens of thousands of APEC visitors.
Some of the hotels around Moscone are fully booked.
And it's good for California, given that 53% of our trade is sent to Asia.
UC Berkeley professor of political science Vinny Agarwal is director of Berkeley's APEC study group. He says while APEC failed to create a free trade zone, it has become an important forum for international issues.
Green technology, advanced technologies such as quantum and AI. It's discussing inequality, the digital infrastructure, inclusion. So I think it's dealing with a whole host of issues and not just trade anymore.
Professor Agarwal says one area that could mark a big success for the summit.
If President Biden and President Xi agree to start working towards ameliorating the conflict that we see between the United States and China.
And one additional note that is interesting, the Chronicle is reporting they're hearing from the U.S. State Department that Russia might be sending some officials here to San Francisco. So some very difficult and delicate diplomacy that could be going on with this summit.
Yeah, an international spotlight, a busy week ahead. Jana, thank you.
Yeah, so you see now.
what a miracle. The San Francisco homeless population has miraculously gone missing as President Biden and Chinese President are set to meet in the Liberty City. A lot of people are asking this question, what has happened? Where are they? I have never thought there will be a single day these people will disappear on the street. When I go down this article, The typical drug addict and homeless who wander the city like zombies have disappeared, as 20,000 people are expected to visit the San Francisco towns to the Apex Summit. Sources have told them that the homeless have been headed out to other areas of the city. They started clearing the tent earlier this week, and there is definitely a lot more police present, said one resident. The resident also explained that the city appeared to have the capacity to do this all along. Going into the details on what is going on, President Biden will meet with Chinese President on November 15 in San Francisco in what the White House view as the most important and consequential bilateral meeting of Biden term. The two leaders will meet on the sidelines of the Asian Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit 1 year since the last talk face-to-face on the sideline of the G20 summit in Bali, Indonesia, and as global conflict and direct tensions between Washington and Beijing have derailed communications and cooperations, with no effort to shape or reform China over several decades have failed, but we expect China to be around and to be a major player on the world stage for the rest of our lifetime, a senior administration official said during a call with reporters Thursday evening. And we think diplomacy is how we clear up misconceptions, signal, communicate, avoid surprises, and explain our competitive step. His trip to San Francisco will mark the first time the Chinese leader has come to US in 6 years. In 2017, he attended a lavish dinner meeting at former President Trump Mar-a-Lago residence in Palm Beach. The choice of the latest venue is practically with the White House holding back from giving the present prestigious trip to Washington, but signaled the administration commitment to rightening a relationship that has veered off track. That is a question a lot of people are asking, why they took up San Francisco to be that place where Biden is to meet with this president. I don't know. When I go down this article, they try to give that, which I don't want to read out that part on this video for reasons you should understand. Okay, San Francisco has been a place, I don't know, like Elon Musk once said, zombie apocalypse, which is something I saw a very long time. A lot of people are in this city sleeping outside. Nancy Pelosi have been saying this for a very long time, and they do nothing just because of a mere visit. They're clearing off people, cleaning the city. Why could they not do this before? That is a question I've seen a lot of people asking. They could do that, clean the city. San Francisco is the worst city ever. Because of this visit, I believe the resident might just enjoy for the few days, and after some days, these people might come back. The city will continue to be like it has been, which is something a lot of people say Democrat failures